everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a different type of mani. We are going to be using powders from Acrylic Fetish dips, and you know I love Acrylic Fetish. They have some amazing colors. So the first color here, it's a beautiful dark brown fine glitter, and it has hints of gold glitter in there, and it's such a pretty glitter, and I really like the fine glitter aspect of that dip powder. And then we're going to pair it with a pop of color. Today we're going to be using this chunky foil called Amethyst, and it is a beautiful foil dip powder, and it has beautiful dark purples and silver foils in this dip powder, and I think it's really pretty, and I think purples pair really well with browns, and these two right here are beautiful together. So we are going to be doing press-on jelly tips today. We're going to switch it up a bit, and the press-ons that we're going to be doing on top of jelly tips from Sundara Nails in the shape medium stiletto. So you don't have to use jelly tips, you can use just regular acrylic tips as well, whatever you prefer. Now I just wanted to jazz it up a bit and do a little bit of a longer nail, and I thought I'm going to try making some press-ons just to switch it up a bit. So right now I'm going to go ahead and do all the nails that we're going to be doing all spiced up on. That's that beautiful brown glitter. Now when I am working with press-ons, I prefer to work with my first couple coats of dip. I like to work with a very liquidy base gel, and I really like Virgo Gem. The consistency of the base gel is a very thin and kind of a liquidy base, so I feel like I get a really good thin dip application when I am using the Virgo Gem gel base. So that's what we're going to be using in the beginning. So right now I put the base gel over that entire thumbnail there, and then we're going to go ahead and gently dip that entire fingernail into the cupcake liner, and check out that sparkle, and it's the full coverage right away. So that's all we're going to do for the brown. We're going to go ahead and continue doing that to the rest of the nails there, and then we're going to go back in with a second coat. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch this process on All Spiced Up, and then I'll pop back in a few moments.
All I want
All right, now we're going in with our second layer of gel base coat on the amethyst, and as you can see here, I'm having some pretty significant foil bleeding. I'm okay with it. The end result, it was a little bit more on the pinkier side, you will see here, and it turned out really nice, but I did have a lot of bleeding when it came to the foils on the second coat. Now, I will say when I'm using Model 1 gels, I don't have that much bleeding when I'm using foils. Now, the bleeding may be because these are such larger foils. It does happen with dip liquids. I tend to have a problem with foils with the bleeding when I'm using dip liquids, but normally I'm pretty successful when it comes to gels. So I definitely am going to try it with my Model 1s to see if I continue to get any bleeding like this. But overall, I do really like how it turned out. See, there's some staining on my brush, but I just went ahead with a paper towel and just wiped off that excess before I went ahead and put it in the bottle. But I do like the color that it did turn out. It did end up looking really nice. It's more of a purplish pink, I would say, at the end result. So that was my only thing. It didn't look true to the color, so I do apologize for that. But I still wanted to show you this mani just because I do think the end result, even with the foils bleeding, are super pretty. And once you go ahead and place that individual foil on that glitter, on that foil, it looks even better. So right now, we're going to go ahead and dust off that extra foil. I'm going to go ahead and now use my Model 1s because I do not want any more bleeding. Now, once you are satisfied with the amount of layers that you have, you can switch to your normal gel base. I just like for the initial coats that I'm putting onto my press-on nail to keep it as thin as possible. I just prefer to start with a thinner base, but you totally don't have to. So right now we're going to go ahead and hand place some of those foils to help kind of give it some back to life since those foils bled together. This is just going to help make that foil dip powder kind of pop again with the different colors so it doesn't look just like all washed out like one color. So I'm going to go ahead and place some more silver foils on that. After that, we're just going to go ahead and go back in with some base coat and top coat, and then we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch this process, and then I'll pop back in at the end. All right, we're just wrapping up this mani, and even though we had a small hiccup with the foils, I still think that this press-on set turned out really pretty. There's just something about that bright pink and brown that is really just making me happy right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different than our normal manis, but I just wanted to change it up a little bit today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!